Hi, I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community. I've been a trader and technical analyst for the last 8.5 years. Today, I'm going to bring you the market recap for this Halloween Eve on Wednesday, October 30th. Let's look at the economic calendar. So tomorrow we have continuing jobless claims and PCE. We would anticipate that PCE would move the market, move the dollar, and move gold potentially. Inversely, gold and the dollar, we'll have to see. If you want to give me a follow on X at ChartGalLori, that would be lovely. Let's take a look at the heat map. We had some green out there. Google was green on earnings. Amazon was green ahead of earnings tomorrow. Tesla, we're trying to put in that 4-hour higher low. We don't have confidence that that has happened yet. We had Lilly bright and red after earnings this morning. They were down big, had an amazing recovery, gave a little bit back, and then we had financial services green and a few tech names green ahead of earnings here, Microsoft. All right, let's take a look at the charts. Starting with ES. ES, we have a clear trend line. I like to say I don't draw trend lines unless my 7-year-old nephew could draw them. They have to be just very, very obvious and transparent. And right now we have 2 hours left in this candle, and I would anticipate earnings after hours would impact ES and NASDAQ. We'll have to see. So if we look at it on the daily, we have an equilibrium, and you can really see it on the 12-hour. We have an equilibrium with support at 58.3750, which we held by $2.75 today. NASDAQ, we are in a 12-hour uptrend, has been a little bit stronger than ES. If we look at it on the 4-hour, our support is at 2043225. And considering we're heavy tech earnings after hours, that could impact NASDAQ. RTY, we're holding the 4-hour low at 2240. We were green earlier this morning on IWM, and we gave a lot back, closing near the low of day. Big give back on the Russell. The Dow, we have this potential daily bear flag that confirms below 42,245. So we're at the daily 50 MA. Let's see if bulls can put up a fight here at 42245 in the daily 50 MA, or do we roll over and confirm this daily bear flag? Banks and healthcare and industrials could have a lot to do with how this resolves. VIX, we have a 4-hour lower high possible compared to 2053. We closed up near the high of day, or we got near the low of morning, I should say, 2036 this morning. We have enough room for an hourly higher low on a pullback. And we may have some hedging going into more economic data tomorrow with PCE and jobless claims as mentioned. And then Friday, we have non-farm payrolls. And then we have Fed interest rate decision next week. And not to dare leave out, we have the election next week. So we could have some hedging going into those events. So here on the 4-hour on Bitcoin, we held the 4-hour 12 EMA on a pullback. We're bouncing now as the market closes. We held the hourly 50 EMA. We need to break 72450, and we have a double top there right now, 72450. Bitcoin looks healthy right now. I should mention that we have MSTR earnings after hours. Looks like that might be out. And we have coin earnings after hours. So on MSTR, we saw a new all-time high yesterday. And if you do the math of where we were prior to the last earnings, to this earnings, we were up almost 160%. So you would anticipate profit taking ahead of that. And that happened today. We had some profit taking. So we'll see how this shakes out. Initially, it's looking a little bearish. Back to Ethereum. Ethereum, we're looking for that daily lower high. And this morning, I pointed out that I would be looking for that at hourly overbought, which we did get hourly overbought, and we dropped about $120 after we reached that, looking for that daily lower high. Ethereum is definitely not as bullish as Bitcoin. The dollar had a pretty big pullback. We still have room for a daily higher low compared to 103.935. We're in an hourly downtrend. We're in a 4-hour downtrend. So the dollar has some consolidation going on here. Again, that key support 103.935. Gold was green on the dollar pullback. We got a new all-time high today, and we're closing with potential hourly bull flag. Gold looks good. You could keep this one on back burner watch, looking for first 15-minute oversold conditions after this pullback, or as part of this pullback. Oil, we had inventory today. This looks like a current potential 30-minute head and shoulders. Terrible drawing. We're looking for a weekly higher low at the weekly 200 MA. However, on the daily, we are looking for a lower high. Bulls don't look too jazzed and positioned for this weekly higher low yet. Semis really suffered today with the SMCI news. They had an auditor resign from the company, stating that they were overstating financials, so that's something to watch out for. SMCI was down 32% today. There's SMCX, that's a 2 times SMCI long that has amazing volatility, but it's high risk, so please be careful. Back to SMCI. We are barely oversold on the daily, and we're looking down at 52-week lows. 27.59 is your next support after the pre-market, after hours level, pre-market level of 30.31. So SMH was pretty heavy today on the SMCI news. We gave back yesterday's wonderful gains, and your next support is at 245.84. We are holding this daily 26 EMA at the moment. AMD down 10% on earnings. We lost daily support. On the weekly, we are still looking for a higher low compared to 132.11. We got clipped at that weekly 50 MA. Of course, this candle still has 2 days left in it. We are not oversold on the 4 hours. So despite this earnings debacle, we are not oversold yet on the 4 hour. AMD, you'll be keeping that on reverse back burner watch, meaning 15-minute overbought conditions during regular trading hours for a potential short. We have NVDA breaking this support of 137.46 by 64 pennies. 81.19. Yeah, 64 pennies. We broke bear. This could still be a 3-day bull flag. It could be a 3-day bull flag. So that bear break without follow through, bulls want to see follow through tomorrow. We recovered pretty quickly after this morning's dump, and then we're able to defend yesterday's low after the initial recovery. Hourly 12 EMA is still overhead. So bulls want to see an hourly higher low compared to 136.81, then take out 140.33. TSM was red on the day, hourly 12 EMA overhead, 4-hour 12 EMA overhead, 4-hour downtrend. Our gap fills at 190.01, so we're $2.60 away from filling that gap. I wouldn't be interested in a TSM long until we fill that gap, and as you can see, I have an alert set for that. Apple, we have a daily equilibrium. We have earnings after hours. We had a pretty red day today, closing near the low of day, and hourly oversold, looking for that potential daily higher low. If we can gap down tomorrow but still hold 227.76, it may be an opportunity for buying the dip. I would be doing commons for day trade. I wouldn't do options on earnings week. Tesla got a bounce going. We held yesterday's low, 255.51 by 31 cents. We're looking for the daily higher low. So again, 255.51 holding as support, 255.82 low of today. We gave back a lot of this morning's gains into the end of day. We had it EQ most of the day and then broke bear. Tesla bulls are really not stepping up to the plate yet. XLF closed green. We had a double daily inside bar break bull. We double topped at 47.42, 47.43. This could be a weekly bull flag with double weekly inside bars. However, on the size of this pullback, bears will be looking for an hourly lower high compared to today's high. So XLF did a lot this morning to help the market out, but then gave back a lot. This was one of my Queen of the Mountain trades this morning. XLV looking for the monthly higher low. We were gapping down, daily oversold, and we bounced from daily oversold. And Lilly is one of the top holdings in XLV. Let's look at Lilly. Lilly was down 6% at the end of the day. At one point, we were down, I believe, over 10%. And we had an amazing recovery, almost a $90 bounce. And we closed up near the 15-minute 50 MA. Hourly lower high anticipated compared to 860.50, or possible, I should say, not anticipated, with the 12 EMA overhead. So that really impacted XLV's open, but again, great recovery on the back of the Lilly bounce. Microsoft has earnings after hours right now. I don't know if they have reported yet. We're still holding the high of yesterday right now as support. And Microsoft has enough room for a daily higher low. We'll see if they get that on the backs of earnings. Meta has earnings after hours today as well. Looks like they've reported. They have a pretty big down move. Your next support is 561.52. We'll see if bulls can make a daily higher low compared to 561.52. Google had an earnings beat after hours yesterday. Big green move up, gave a ton of it back. What's a ton? Let's measure it. We gave back almost 70% of that earnings move up, not what bulls wanted to see. Now bears can be looking to top fish 182.02 tomorrow. And then finally, DJT was instead of DJ Trump, it was DJ Dump. We filled this gap at 39.45. We filled that this morning. We hit 38.96. We are looking for a daily higher low. However, on a bounce, bears will be looking for a 4-hour lower high. So we're selling ahead of the elections. It was big dump city. We went SSR, meaning short sell restriction. You can only short on the bid and not on the ask, and that will be true for tomorrow. So once you go 10% down from the prior day close, you go SSR to kind of slow down the selling. The SEC implemented that rule, and then it's true for the next day. So tomorrow will be SSR restricted as well. 38.96 is your support. And then you're looking down at 35.07. All right, that is it for your market recap.